Arsenal Football Club 2, Brentford FC 1. Yes, people, right where Arsenal win the game at the death, courtesy of Mr. Kai Havertz, the bullet header, parried into the roof of the net by the goalkeeper. And Arsenal, for the first time in a very long time, go top of the Premier League table. A much needed victory today, man, guys. Big victory. For me, I'm going to be honest, a bigger win today than all our others combined so far in the last 2-3 weeks of run we've been on. Because this was a grind out result type vibe. You know what I mean? Like the other games, Sheffield United, West Ham, Burnley, they've been games, let's be honest, we've won in convincing fashion. I'm so happy that we have done so. But they're games that, let's be honest, guys, yeah, we strolled through. We genuinely strolled through those games. This was a test. This was a real test of character, of mental fortitude, of resilience. Everything you want to be synonymous with a club that wants to go on to win the Premier League. That was a test of it today. Brentford go into this game low on confidence, of course. We start the game well. We're dominating possession. We're controlling the opportunities. And we get a very good goal from Declan Rice. Good interchange in play. Ben White with the first of his 2 assists today, by the way. Fantastic. Top quality in his crosses. Whips in a Declan Rice. Great header into the back of the net. And it's all comfortable. I'm thinking, yeah, it's all looking good. We should be 2 or 3-0 up. But for the most part, we're comfortable. And then on the stroke of half-time, an absolute gift of a goal to Brentford by Aaron Ramsdale. I mean, it's a shocker, man. A howler's the only way you can describe it, really. I don't think he understands how much pressure he's got because he just dilly-dallies on the ball, hesitates, doesn't clear it quick enough, and Yoanne Wissa's there to put it into the back of net off the block. I mean, it does honestly, guys, it damages Aaron Ramsdale's confidence big time, that sort of thing, because the guy's not getting any minutes anyway. He's barely playing for us, and then when he does get a chance, he makes a silly mistake like that. So I felt for him genuinely. I mean, I'm not on Twitter nowadays, but I assume there was a lot of hate going towards Aaron Ramsdale on Twitter at halftime, especially. So he knew more than anything we needed to win this game to alleviate some of that stress. And I labeled this video, Havertz saves Ramsdale. So he quite literally does. If we don't win this game, there's going to be a lot of extra hatred directed towards Aaron Ramsdale. Unnecessary hate at times, I do agree. But yeah, so thank God for Havertz. I think he needs to give him a big hug in the dressing room after the game, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, after that, it was 1-1. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, look, obviously, it's not ideal. We've conceded last seconds, but the same thing happened to Liverpool at halftime. We turned it around in the second half. We've got more than enough quality on the football pitch. Brentford's been struggling in recent weeks. We should win this game regardless of what the score is at halftime. We can't in the second half. And to be honest, guys, I was impressed. I thought the second half was really good. Minute 1, we were intense in that second half. Minute 45, I should say. We got corner after corner, set piece after set piece. We were attacking the diagonals. Our interchange in the triangle pockets was much better, I feel like, in recent weeks than it was at the start of the season. That Ben White, Ødegaard, and Sancar combination was so good in that game at times. They were just linking up beautifully. Havertz was drifting over there as well. Really helped us get some opportunities. We just weren't quite creating enough clear-cut chances to put the ball in the back of the net. And then about the 65th minute, we started to fizzle out. Brentford started to gain a foothold in the game. Suddenly, they looked like they could score something on the counter-attack. And it got to about the 59th to about 78th minute where a goal didn't really look like it was coming for Arsenal. I remain confident. I messaged all my friends saying that Arsenal are going to find the winner here. I'm confident. But the game didn't look like it was going towards Arsenal. It looked like it was fizzling out. It looked like Arsenal had our best spell at the start of the second half rather than ramping up towards the end of the second half. But in key moments, big players stood up and were counted. And when you want to win a title, you can't walk every single game 5-6-0. You need to find a way to win big in big moments. And Kai Havertz and Ben White did exactly that, man. Did exactly that. Ben White, 2 assists today. That second one, overlapping run, on the money cross, and Havertz get a clean connection on it and just bullet header towards goal. Keeper gets the hand to it, but he's too strong, parries it into the roof of the net. And that's the winner we exactly needed, man. Big confidence booster going into the game against Porto. And it's our last Premier League game before we play Man City in a couple of weeks' time. So, guys, you don't underestimate how big this win is, man. Do not underestimate it for an absolute fact, because for me, this is the bigger win than our last 3 Premier League wins against West Ham, Burnley, and Sheffield United. This is a massive win. The way we were able to carve out this victory, given how obviously comfortable our game's been in recent weeks. We come into the game today and everyone's expecting Arsenal to walk away with it. But it's a tough game. It's a tough game, not only because obviously we're playing Brentford, who's a decent side, but it's a tough game because we actually conceded and we were at 1-1 for a long time in that game. We've not been at this season for a long time. I don't think it's happened in January, really. Or sorry, it wasn't January. In 2024, so far this calendar year, where we've had to find a winner in the dying embers. It's not happened so far this calendar year. Trust me, it takes metal to find the last-minute winner. It takes a lot of mental fortitude, resilience, determination. The legs are tired, the mind is tired, but you keep on going. You keep on persevering. You keep believing you're going to find a way to break that team down. And we did that. And the winner came, and I'm so glad that he did so, because now we're top of the table. For the first time in a long time, we're top of this Premier League table again. And now we have to put our feet up and relax, because tomorrow, two gladiators collide. Liverpool, Man City. I'll be reviewing it live on this channel. So if you're an Arsenal fan, as always, make sure you do subscribe down below. I review every single Arsenal game. I'll be back with Arsenal stream on Tuesday against Porto in the Champions League, which you will not want to miss. But I'll be streaming again tomorrow for Liverpool versus Manchester City. Crunch game in the Premier League. I want to draw. I genuinely want to draw, guys. If we get a draw, we remain top of the table. And that's big, man. Trust me, that's big. Because this is a freeway horse. Sorry, freeway horse. This is a free horse race for the Premier League title, man. 3 teams going for it. I haven't seen that in a long time. Whoever blinks first is going to lose. Now, Liverpool, Man City play first. A few weeks later, Man City play Arsenal. So this is a big couple weeks in the Premier League, man. These next 3 weeks in March, although there's not a lot of Premier League games, there are massive implications. Massive implications. So we need to stay at it. Our next game is against Man City in the Premier League. If we win that game, and if we go unbeaten in March again in the Premier League, you're sitting there thinking, this is a very good chance for Arsenal. Etihad is a tough place to go. Make no mistake about it. A very difficult place to go. But I believe in this Arsenal team. I do. I think this is a much changed for the better Arsenal team that I've seen in recent seasons. Last year, I made it absolutely clear. I streamed every single game last season and this season on my channel. Last season was my favorite Arsenal team I've seen in my lifetime. In my lifetime, I was in love with the Arsenal team. The way we played football, the way we were attacking games from minute 1. We were going to Tottenham Stadium and dominating them. We were going to Liverpool and playing well. Every single game was good for us last season, I feel like. In the first 8-9 months until about April. But then until about March, sorry. But April and May of last season was, in my opinion, disgraceful. We completely fell apart. Completely. Our form in the last 2 months of the season was akin to a relegation side. That's how bad it was. So for all the good form we had at the start of the season, we fell apart in April and May. Now we're in the same situation this season. March, April, May. Are we going to fall apart again? My heart tells me no. My heart tells me we've got better. Saliba's still fit. Declan Rice has added fortitude to that team. Havertz has had a bit more of a big game player now he's turned into. Big goal again today. Trossard's coming to his own again. Odegaard's playing better. Saka's playing better. Partey's back for the run-in. Raya's a bit more calm and assured than Aaron Ramsdale. So my heart says no, but your head tells you otherwise, because your head is used to last season. Your head is used to the season before when we bottled top 4. So for me, I think this Arsenal team, we're there. Now, Liverpool won the Premier League before. Man City have won the Premier League before. We've not won the Premier League in 20 seasons. No one in this Arsenal team has lifted that Premier League trophy. No one. Not even the manager, Mikel Arteta. So we've got a lot to write in this team. We've got a big storyline. And we need to find a way to lift that Premier League title. And it all starts next weekend against, not next weekend, in 3 weeks' time against Man City. That's crunch game. We put our feet up. We watch the game tomorrow between Liverpool and Man City. Sunday, in a few weeks' time, that Man City game has to get attacked. In the meantime, Porto on Tuesday. Again, we've got a hole to dig out there. 1-0 down going into that game. Many will say Porto will come to sit back, park the bus. It's our job to break them down. We saw Bayern Munich last week. Same situation, 1-0 down to Lazio. Won the game convincingly, 3-0. Absolutely flew out the traps. Won that game. Stormed their way through to the quarterfinals. Arsenal's job to do the same. We don't want to be the only team in this Champions League to really get basically have a scalp taken off. Because so far in the Champions League, all the teams that we expect to go through have gone through. The PSGs, the Bayern Munichs, the Real Madrid, the Man City have all gone through. Now we've got the next slate of games. Arsenal, at the start of the round, were expected to go through. If we get knocked out of the Champions League, that, in my opinion, is a scalp. Porto have taken a massive scalp. We need to right those wrongs. And for me, that's where you got to look at it and go, Arsenal needs to turn up. March is massive. We've had a good month so far. Got a big game on Tuesday. We've got a long rest. Maybe go to Dubai again, get some warm weather training. I would not be against it. But then when we come back, massive game in my eyes. Humongous game of football against Manchester City in the Premier League. I've not seen my team win at the Etihad since Cazorla in 2015. And what a performance that was. If we get a similar performance this time, that could be the performance that wins us a Premier League title. Trust me, guys. If we beat Man City at the Etihad, we've got a hand on that Premier League title. Because as they always say, to be the best, you got to beat the best. When we won the Premier League titles all those years back, we beat Man United with Wiltord, with Overmars. We've beaten Tottenham at their ground to win Premier League titles. We've won at Anfield to win Premier League titles. If you want to win the title, you have to win at the best of places. You can't go there and try and grind out a draw. You need to win. Now, a draw is not a terrible result in my eyes. It's genuinely not. But if we go there and win, what a massive, massive 3 points that would be for us, man. Humongous. A 6-pointer by all accounts. So I'm really looking forward to it. Great performance today. And also, look, guys, I know many were expecting us to win this game like 3-0, 4-0. It doesn't matter. We won the game. That's all that matters. That's why in previous games, you rack up the goal difference when you can. That's why I love the fact that when we played West Ham, Burnley, Sheffield United, we poured it on 5-0, 6-0, etc. Because that's important. Because when it comes to games like this where goal difference isn't really a factor, you just need to get the 3 points. Then you can say, okay, we got the 3 points today. Goal difference obviously only got +1 goal difference, but that's not right because in our last 3 games we ramped up the goal difference. So that's why I really like the way we ramped up those goals in recent weeks. Those last 3 games for Arsenal minus this one, the goal difference from those games alone could save us this season. You never know. Because goal difference, even though it might not come to goal difference at the end of the season, psychologically it has the impact. Trust me, guys. Liverpool, Man City, no, looking at Arsenal, wow, they've got 10 more goal difference than us. We need to eat into that. So it makes an impact, guys. Trust me for an absolute fact when I say it. So for me, big the fact we're able to win today's game. That's big in my eyes. Got the 3 points. Big win as well in the dying embers because I needed to see that from Arsenal this calendar year. Haven't seen us really get a game in the last second, win it, just like Liverpool did the week before against Forest. Now, obviously, we sit back, top of the table, watch all the carnage unfold tomorrow on Super Sunday. If you're on your end, make sure you subscribe. Let's finally get into your comments. RD12, appreciate you on the stream, my friends. You know what? I actually quite like Havertz. Hey, what a goal today, Havertz, man. What a big goal, man. Big, big goal. And yeah, I agree with you. Look, Havertz has grown on me in recent weeks as well. I still think he's not that clinical finisher that we do need, but he's definitely grown on me. And he's scored in big moments for his team. He scored the winning goal against Brentford as well in the reverse fixture at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Big goal in the dying embers. Again today, big goal in the dying embers as well of this game. So Havertz has turned up in big moments, man. And for Brentford, he's cost them 4 points this season. Genuinely. Or no, 2. How much did he cost them? 2 points. Something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, he's cost them 2 points because Brentford would have got a draw at their stadium and a draw here today. Havertz scored both winners. So he's turned up in big moments, Kai Havertz, man. So big up him for that. Also, apologies, I haven't been commenting, man. It's been bare busy. No problem whatsoever, bro. Hope it's all well with you. I want to jot down a billion apologies to Ben White. Ben White, 2 fantastic assists today, man. My man the match in my eyes. Ben White's man the match in my opinion. Those 2 assists were superb. On the money crosses. For all the tiki-taka possession style Arsenal play, it took 2 headers to win this game. And here's the thing about Arsenal now, guys, yeah? Because Arsenal have always been a technically gifted side. It's always been the case. But what's been synonymous with the teams that Wenger had when we won the titles was real power. And when I say power, I mean like workhorses. Look at Declan Rice, for example. That brother's got horsepower to him, man. He's like a Mustang in that midfield, just runs through it. Vieira, run through that midfield. Petit, run through that midfield. Gilberto Silva, run through that midfield. Partey, runs through the midfield. Do you get what I mean? In recent seasons, we've had Coquelin and Flamini and Arteta. Like, no offense to Arteta, but we've had him. You know what I mean? Players like that, a bit more like tippy-tappy. Now I've got power in that midfield, like real legs that can drive through the midfield. Then you look forward, you've got Odegaard making things happen, a real conductor in there. Jorginho, I need to give Jorginho a big apology, man, because whenever he turns up, he performs well. I promise you, I like that guy, man. Jorginho's done very well. Every time he's in the team, he never lets us down. Never lets us down. Even when the fan base is thinking, oh, not Jorginho again, never ever lets us down in that midfield, man. Always a solid 7 or 8 out of 10 every single game. Not afraid to make the killer pass as well. I think he deserves an awful lot of credit, Jorginho. And then Havertz, big credit. The back 4, White, superb, man. On the money with his 2 crosses today. Those were the game-winning moments. Got literally, those crosses were pinpoint perfection. Saliba and Gabriel, 2 workhorses. Especially Gabriel, by the way, because he got booked early, like the 5th minute or something. And he was still able to keep his head, keep his cool, and stay uncarded for the rest of the game. So massive credit to him. Kivior played well, man. Obviously made a little mistake in the first half, but I thought he played well overall. I don't think anyone in the team necessarily played badly today. Ramsdale obviously made up for it in the second half after his mistake. I do think the saves he made in the second half were savable. I think they were camera saves, to be honest with you guys. But look, the main thing is we got the job done. I have no doubt Raya will be back in goal on Tuesday. No doubt whatsoever. But the main thing is we got through it. And thankfully for Ramsdale, we won the game because I would have feared the amount of hate he would have gotten if we lost this game or drew this game, because trust me, guys, it was loaded, man. The drafts were ready on Twitter from certain Arsenal fans, man. Not me. I've deleted Twitter, not me, but certain Arsenal fans would have been ready to send their hate towards Ramsdale, man. So for me, I'm just glad we got the win. Everything's water under the bridge. We keep it moving to the next game now. How it works in football, right, guys, is a lot of emotion builds up in the 90 minutes. But when those 90 minutes are done, when the final whistle's been blown, you learn your lessons and you move on. You forget about it. The game doesn't matter. It's happened. It's finished. We've won the game 2-1. Next game, bro. It's like money. You've made money. Forget about it. Time to make some more. That's it with the football game, man. You made 3 points today. You move on. Now you got to make 3 points in a few weeks' time against Man City. Move on. 3 points again. 3 points again. 3 points again. Assassins, business-like mentality, man. Just 3-point collectors. In and again. Just like, that's how it's got to be. This running, right? Man City have been synonymous with it. When you hit the running, it's got to be like clockwork. You just go in, deal with business, leave out. Clock in at 9, clock out at 5. That type of vibe. Clock in, get your 3 points, clock out. Don't break a sweat. Don't look like you're running all over the place like a headless chicken. Do your job, collect the 3 points, leave in suits. The Men in Black style. Do you get what I mean? James Bond type persona. Cool, calm, and collected. Last season, we were a little bit Johnny English-like, Mr. Bean-like. Do you get what I mean? We were just scrambling everywhere trying to get the 3 points. It was a bit haphazard. This year, I want us to be like James Bond. Cool, calm, suave. Do you get what I mean? That type of vibe. Everything seems like it's meant to happen. Not a sweat broken. We just go about our business, collect our 3 points, move on to the next game. That is the big job at hand. Next game is massive in the Premier League. But before then, Tuesday, Porto in the Champions League. Be there or be square. If you're on your own team, make sure you subscribe down below. I review every single Arsenal game on this channel. And I'll be reviewing tomorrow's game as well between Liverpool and Man City. Trust me, guys, you do not want to miss it, especially watching the game from an Arsenal perspective as well. Abdul Wiki, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Etihad, yes. Yeah, big game, man, at the Etihad. Massive, massive game. Although I was on Rambo's case in that first half, he was outstanding in that second half. He played well in that second half, to be fair. But look, at the end of the day, as a goalkeeper, it's the loneliest position in the world. If you make a mistake, a lot of times you're going to get punished. And he got punished today. And even if you make a lot of good saves, people will only remember the bad things you do as a goalkeeper. That's just the way it goes sometimes. So, yeah, I wish you an absolute best, Ramsdale, but he made a big mistake today, man. Big, big mistake. Minlik, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Doing well. You are right. Appreciate it, my man. I could tell, though, today that we desperately miss Martinelli. I agree. Hopefully, he's back Tuesday and right. Obviously, we're more fluid playing out the back with him. I agree with both those points. I thought Trossard has been good in recent weeks. I don't think Trossard was at his best today, to be honest, guys. I think Trossard actually, to be honest, was far from his best. I thought he was one of the worst performers on the pitch. Not that he was bad, just out of the team, he was one of the worst performers. I just thought he didn't have enough fluidity in his game today. He didn't have enough ball retention, wasn't clean enough with his strikes, and didn't have that like killer instinct I've associated with Trossard in the big moments, to be honest. So yeah, we did miss Martinelli, to be honest, guys, if I'm being brutally honest. And Raya as well, man. I've no doubt Raya will be back on the team in Tuesday. Jack, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Good job indeed, man. Fantastic win for Arsenal. I'd say it was destined to be a day where we drop points. Man of the match curse, Ramsdale howler, or manager of the month curse, sorry. Ramsdale howler, Martinelli injured, Saka not fully fit, and we still managed to find a way with this team. Yeah, I agree. To be honest, I thought we'd find a way to win the game. I was messaging all my friends, I'm saying, don't worry, guys, we'll find the winner. I was confident. It's just something about, I know when Arsenal are going to win a game. I just got that feeling in my bones. And in today's game, to be honest, guys, despite the fact we went to 1-1, I always felt confident we'd find a way to win the game. I just always felt like the goal was coming. I don't know. I can't explain why. I genuinely can't. But I just felt confident a winner was coming from somewhere. That's just how it felt. So would I have told you it would have been Havertz? Probably not. I would have guessed Saka or something. But Havertz was the one to find a winner. And what I liked about this team, guys, what I genuinely liked was that from minute one of the second half, we were intense. Sometimes with Arsenal, right, I feel like we take too long to get going. Like the intensity is too slow, and then we pull our finger out with like 10, 15 minutes to go. From the first minute of that second half, we were on it. Like we were getting corner after corner, set piece after set piece. It felt inevitable we'd get a goal, to be honest. It didn't come from a set piece today, but the chances were coming. Like we were free flowing, we were getting there. Like we were creating chances, we were pinning Brentford back. And it was a good time for the goal to come, man. Good time. And it's a big win, a big confidence booster as well, because that game on Tuesday is big, guys, man. Huge game. We know exactly how Porto are going to play. They're going to come and sit back in my eyes and defend. They're going to stink up the Emirates and come for a 0-0 draw and hopefully progress to the next round. And if it's our job to stop them doing that. It's our job to find a winner early and win the game. As always, I'll be streaming after the Porto game. So if you're on your own team, make sure you subscribe down below. Hit the notification button so you never miss any future streams on this channel. Arsenal Porto stream on Tuesday. My message to Arsenal going into the Etihad, don't lose. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the difference between drawing to winning is not as big as the bad implications of drawing to losing, if that makes sense. Like going from a draw to win is absolutely massive. But I think how good it is not as bad as going from a draw to loss. Like a loss is detrimental. against City, because that's a 6-point swing. That's a big 6-point swing if we lose to City. If we draw, it keeps it afloat. If we win, massive win. It puts us in pole position. But a draw, just draw, man. Just don't lose. That's the big thing. Don't lose against City. Because, guys, if we get 4 points against Man City and against Liverpool this season, at that point, it's Arsenal's title to lose. I don't care what anyone says. It might not be mathematically in Arsenal's hands, but in my eyes, it's in Arsenal's hands. It's in Arsenal's hands. Because we would have got 4 points against City and Liverpool this season. We've already banked 4 points against Liverpool. That's guaranteed. Now against City, minimum we leave is with 3 points. If we get even a point against City, that is 4 points out of 6. That's huge for us, man. Huge. Max, I made appreciate John stream. My friend, doing really well. That is the only silver lining. I did point with the Havertz signing. He'll score clutch goals in big games. Yeah. And a big goal for him, man. Humongous goal. And it was a clutch goal again. Cowdy, appreciate John stream. My friend, doing really well. Terminator equally, appreciate John stream. Big win. Humongous win, man. Humongous win. Because, guys, look, I know many will say that the way we beat West Ham and Burnley and Sheffield United, big wins. They are all big wins. Every win is a big win. But when you win in this fashion, in the last minute, when the game's not going your way, for me, that's a bigger win than all the rest of them combined. Trust me, because those games were walks in the park. The games were done at half-time. This game, it was humongous the way we managed to win that football game, man. Humongous. Because it was tight. It was tight. We played well in that first half. We found a way to go into the half 1-1. God knows how. We made a silly mistake for Ramsdale. And you're sitting there thinking, is it meant to be? Like, is it one of those days? Is it just destined for Arsenal to drop points? All the narratives are going against you. We're not finding a way to break them down and find a winner. That type of game is when it shows real mental fortitude. Everyone can play well and have a strong mentality when you're 5-0 up at Sheffield United. But when you're 1-1, when the clock's ticking down, when the legs are heavy, when the mind is tired, that's when it really questions the mentality and fortitude of your squad. And I thought we came through with flying colours today, man. Absolutely flying colours. Ramsdale needs to step up his game tactics to win his spot in the team. I'll be real, I don't think he's getting his spot back, Mark. I appreciate you on the stream, by the way. I think Raya's got the spot for life now, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Ramsdale leaves in the summer, to be brutally honest. Leonard, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. I'm confident that we will beat City without fail. Bro, I hope so, man. I hope you're manifesting your confidence into the team, because I hope so. We are Gunners. What is a lose, but I'm a Gunners fan. Look, H-Tech, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Big win, man. Big win. Look, a loss would have been detrimental. A draw would have been a big opportunity missed as well, man. Big opportunity missed. But the fact we were able to grind out a win, big, man. I kept the faith. I saw it come in, and we did. We came through flying colours, got the victory. Long may it continue for Arsenal, man. We keep surging. We keep flying. Yeah, big win, man. Delighted with how it went. Absolutely delighted with the overall. Guys, what is your prediction for tomorrow's game between Liverpool and Manchester City? Big game. I'll be streaming after on this channel. Subscribe if you're new around here, so you do not miss any Arsenal streams, big Premier League match streams as well. I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. I think if Man City do win the game, it's dangerous. Because I think if Man City win the game, they've got a hand on the Premier League title. Equally, I think if Liverpool win the game, that's massive for them as well. Me personally, I think a draw is obviously what all Arsenal fans want. I would love a draw to happen. And if it is a draw, I'll absolutely take it, man. And that means that next game against Man City in the Premier League is huge as well. If we could somehow win against Man City and a draw tomorrow, that's a massive swing in the Premier League. Massive swing. And it quite literally almost puts it in Arsenal's hands. Almost puts it in our hands, to be honest, guys. So, yeah, big stuff to go in my eyes. Big games to come. Arsenal needs to keep cooking, keep moving in the right direction. And who knows, guys, man. If in May we're holding that Premier League trophy, it might just come down because of this game. You never know. Mane is on crutches. Not again. Really? No way he's on crutches again, man. That could be a long-term injury if he's on crutches. It could be like a 3-4 weeks at least, man. At the very least. Hopefully not, man. Hopefully not. But yeah, I appreciate everyone tuning in. As always, make sure you subscribe down below. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for Liverpool versus Man City in the Premier League. Take care.